by the great dragon himself up to his throne room at the so-called the Dragon Throne. And Bem Raynor told you about this lesser dragon to the south, Simraig, who had been conspiring against him, trying to monopolize the platinum trade. And he made you guys an offer. Go down to Simraig's lair and bring Bem Raynor his head. And in return, he would give you your own ducal titles and control over Simraig's former domain. You guys accepted this deal, and were promptly teleported down to the mountains, just outside of Simraig's lair. The opening, a rough-hewn mason, 10-foot wide pit, for lack of a better word there. Now, looking like this, and you guys headed in and down. And the walls were carved out of the rock and were embedded with this crystalline matrix that lit up, kind of filling the dungeon with dim light as you progress through it. And you fought your way through some traps and including a room full of mimics, a couple of turrets, and some ceiling blocks that were designed to fall down if you opened doors without checking. In the room you previously were in, there was nothing, except that someone had scrawled on the northern door, this paladin, or northern wall, that this paladin is dead. And you then proceeded on through the northern door, going through a short hallway, eventually emptying out into a 30 by 30 foot room, the center of which you see a large demoness, many arms, each holding a sword now. Though previously she looked like she was getting rinsed off by some animated chunk of water, which is now also facing you. And so we begin with you guys having to roll initiative as you walked into a lady with having a shower, and she is pissed.
Indeed, a strange occurrence between the two this week.
It's perfect. I just finished
One's
the
a
problem.
bath, another's a shower. Yay, Underdark rolled low! And also high. We're fucked.
Oh, crap.
Well, guys, it's 3 of us versus a demon.
I mean, wait, are we in combat now?
Yes!
Yeah.
We ended last session with you guys having opened the door into this lady's shower.
Oh,
we are
yeah.
starting the session.
God, yeah.
With her being pissed at you.
I like that you decided to cut the session off last time because there weren't enough people here, and now there are even fewer people here.
Yep.
Oh, that's not the only problem.
We're so gonna die.
These were prepped for a much bigger party. By a lot.
What do you mean there's not 7 of you?
Yeah, we're operating on like 33% of the estimated number.
Man, nobody wants to adventure anymore. It's the government paying everybody gold to stay at home. Wait, why the fuck is my character?
I swear to God, if the government paid me to not play D&D, I'd quite frankly continue to play D&D.
They'd have to pay me quite a lot.
Agreed.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, it would suck. We'd have to play Star Wars all day instead.
Even then, I would acquire a VPN and a voice changer, and I'd still show up.
Until the
Hey,
FBI
do you
breaks
roll
down your door.
initiative?
Me?
Shit!
Me.
Gilbert, this is all your fault!
How is this my fault?
I don't know, but you opened the door, so... Bleh.
Actually, it's technically Micmic's fault. He's the one that wanted to go this way. And if you want to get real technical, it's extra not my fault. When you guys agreed to this, I was getting bananas, cream soda, and cinnamon rolls for my workplace.
Alrighty then. Snake Lady is going to pull out a bunch of swords. And she is going to slither right up to Arturus, because he opened the door, and she is going to start attacking. He is.
No, I'm just trying to come up with some shit I can talk to make those dice rolls lower. She's fat and she feels bad. Oh, fuck!
She's really pissed at you. Does a 21 hit you?
Hit. Miss.
Okay.
Well, we just lost the mage!
So, Arturus, you take 66 points of slashing damage.
Man, I get up for 1 second and I come back to this.
I can't even save you from that!
That is 4 more hit points than I currently possess.
Aha.
I am currently bleeding out on the ground.
Yep. And then she's going to use her tail
Is that more than your max?
to attack Goulash, who is standing behind you.
Cool. Well, I can't dodge that.
Oh my god! Under's just trying to kill us!
So that is 27 points of bludgeoning damage. Magical bludgeoning damage, I should mention. And you are currently grappled and restrained. And Beta, it is now your turn.
Don't worry, guys. I have a solution. Oh, wait, no, I'm dead.
Okay, well... Let's see here. Beta is going to heal... Wait, no, let me see. Let me see if that's what Beta wants to do. No! Beta's gonna blast this bitch! Yeah, that's what Beta's gonna do. She's gonna blast her. Yeah. I get 3 shots. With my Eldritch Blast. Where is it? It's on my sheet somewhere. Where? Damn. It's not. Oh, I see what I did wrong.
Hey, Dick.
I'm gonna shoot the snake lady.
Hi.
Okay.
This is going to be extra painful if there's more people here not playing than playing.
I know, right?
They've all come to watch.
I mean, fuck.
An audience for our annihilation.
Yeah, admission to the Coliseum is free today.
Hayes,
What?
come speak to me in hose cleaning service.
Okay.
Alrighty. That is all of those hit.
$33 points of force damage.
Alright, yeah, you just blast into her. She looks injured by that, but she's not yet bloodied.
All right. Then, as a bonus action, I am going to cast Healing Light, or not cast, but I'm going to use Healing Light to heal Gilbert.
Okay.
Or Arturus, actually, is his name.
I'm going to reach through the internet and heal Gilbert.
A portal opens up. A Death Knight walks through.
I'll take it. 1 second while I pull out the character sheet. It's like an old suit I never get to wear anymore.
Man, I'd love to see that character sheet.
And because I have Divine Healing, I'm going to re-roll that one.
Okie dokie.
What, Pete? You want to see a character sheet that you can wear like a suit you don't have an occasion for anymore?
17 points of healing.
Yeah, sure.
And now that Gilbert's up, Arturus is up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to action surge and blast this bitch again.
Okay. So, Arturus is up with 17 hit points, prone on the ground, and a level of exhaustion.
I will have my achievement.
But he's conscious, and so that gives him a chance to do something on his turn. So,
So Beta, go ahead.
blast.
So you're action surging?
Yeah, I'm action surging, and I'm going to blast.
Okay. Two hits. All right, another small wounds.
I'm done. I'm spent everything I got.
All right, Arturus, you are prone on the ground next to Snake Lady.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can
yes.
see that her tail is wrapped around Goulash. Her 6 swords gleaming with your blood.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to aim right at where the people parts and the snake parts connect.
Okay. What are you doing?
Casting Disintegrate!
Aha!
And as I do so, I'll exclaim, "You missed a spot!"
Well, I don't think she dodges. Roll that damage.
Should he also be rolling damage for her swords?
Depends on how much damage he does. No. Congratulations, you blood eater.
Oh, maybe this won't actually be that bad. Maybe.
And then I'll stand up,
Mm-hmm.
covered in my own blood, and probably a couple internal organs are outside. I didn't hear no bells.
Yep.
End my turn.
Okay.
You realize the next turn she is just going to you, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, but I have successfully spited her.
There's also another one of these in initiative, apparently.
Oh, it's just the shower.
Right.
All right, Goulash, so you are currently grappled and restrained by this demon's tail.
Cool.
Her snake-like tails wrapped around you.
Is it an action to break out?
Yes.
And what, restraint is disadvantage?
Yes.
I guess I better break out then. But first, I'm gonna transform into a half lizard Goliath thing, and then try to break out.
All right, yeah, you transform, and go ahead and make your athletics check to break out. All right, you free yourself from the the grasp of her tail.
Mhm. Now, is that the last thing I get to do on my turn?
No, you can still move. You have
It's
your
just my
bonus
action.
action. Yeah, that was just your action. I think
It's
you used your
just
bonus
my
action to go into rage with the transformation. So I think you still have your
That I
movement
did.
though.
Yeah, I still have my movement. Let's not trigger an attack of opportunity today. I don't think I actually have anything else I can do, so I think that's it.
Okay.
I use my action and bonus action, and I don't want to move anywhere.
Okay. Anything? Then you are done with your turn. All right.
Yep.
The shower. The shower is going to move. So you guys came into like the southwestern corner of the room. It's going to go to the southeastern corner where there's a small dais with some some small vials on it. It's just going to sweep across it, knocking all the vials to the ground, shattering them. Gas begins to form as liquids mix.
Wait. Is it making a chlorine elemental?
And then it's going to saddle up right next to Arcturus. And, it's just going to try to flow over him and constrict him.
I'd say
Wait,
realm attack.
the shower is doing this? What?
Well, she was being showered by a water elemental. So it went and knocked over a bunch of stuff, which is now creating a gas. You can hear the hissing.
Oh, God.
And now it's attacked. Does a 19 hit Arcturus?
So you're telling me this shower
Not when I
is actually
shield.
full of gas?
Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
how far away is that gas?
It is 10 feet from you now.
Okay.
All right, well, let's see. It failed to hit you. That's all it can do on its turn. It is now the demon's turn. And she's going to try and reduce Arcturus to a fine chutney.
But Arcturus is just too fine, and all of her attacks miss
So your
terribly.
you shield that, I'm guessing, still?
Yeah, that's still shielded.
What's your AC for the shield, just so I can stop asking?
21.
All right, that hits. 12 damage to you.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay. She's going to stab you again for good measure.
I still got shield. Right? Do I still have shield?
Yes, it's not a concentration.
Yeah. And then she crits on an 18.
Yep.
And
That's
it's
two
brutal
death
critical.
Is your maximum hit points less than 23?
No, my
Okay, good.
maximum hit points are not below 23.
Good, so you only take 2 failed death saves.
Oh yeah,
All right, at this point, Beta's looking for the
just
exit.
the way I like it.
Let's see, she still has 2 more sword attacks. She's going to throw those at Goulash.
Cool.
Does a 20 hit you?
Miss.
All right, and then she's going to use her tail. This time she's going to grab Beta.
How dare you? I am a lady!
Does a 24 hit you?
I can shield that. No.
All right.
All right.
Beta, you begin noticing that the walls are taking a waxy appearance and look to be melting.
Oh, son of a bitch. Now what?
It's your turn,
I
Beta.
said gas. Around where that gas was?
You hear hissing, and you can tell that there's like a gas in the air. It doesn't seem to have much of an odor or taste, though.
Is that what's melting the walls?
Do you attempt to reach out and touch the walls or something to verify? Make an insight check, I guess, actually, would be the best thing to say.
This is gonna...
Bunch of gas starts being made, the walls start melting. This might just be a gaseous acid of some kind.
Okay. Well. In that case, which way is the door?
It's right behind you.
I think Beta is going to make a strategic retreat.
Okay.
And she's going to... Wait, Gilbert's dead again, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I can do this. I'm going to spend a sorcery point to toss a healing spell at Gilbert. For... Let me see. Lower that level, so... Well, Gilbert, you get 8 points of healing.
All right, Gilbert, you are awake on the ground with another point of exhaustion.
That's so fun.
Yeah. I ain't dead yet.
You ain't heard a bell. And Beta is going to start easing out that door. Her full speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the demon is going to take an attack of opportunity against you as you do so. Does a 26 hit you?
Yes, that's exactly my shield.
All right, so the tail wraps around and squeezes for 23 bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled and restrained.
Grappling restrained on a...
Yep. You try to leave, it wraps around your ankle, trips you, and then just sucks you into her coils.
Bitch, no means no. Damn it. Okay.
Anything else in your turn? You currently have 0 speed, so...
Let me see. I might be able to do something with a bonus action. Let me just look. See if I have something. I can't do anything that's... Oh, I can't do it anyway because I cast a fucking level spell already. Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Alright, Arturus, you are prone on the ground. The coils of this bloodied demon wrapped around Beta. What do you do? The shower's also next to you. And, you also notice as this hissing, this gas is in the area, the walls are taking on a waxy appearance and look to be melting. The ceiling is starting to waver. The ground is starting to feel soft beneath your feet and your arms.
So, I'm proficient in alchemical tools. Am I able to recognize what this gas is?
Make an alchemy check. Let's just call it a straight intelligence. And if you're proficient with it, just make an intelligence ability check. Nope. But you do know that it's theoretically possible to make a gaseous acid. Though you are curious about why, if it's dissolving stone, you haven't dissolved yet.
That is kind of weird. What's the farthest distance away from this abomination I can see?
30 feet to the other side of the room.
Zip, zap, zoop, Misty Step.
All right. All right. You cast Misty Step and appear on the other side of the room.
The room full of acid.
Yeah. Like you went from the southern part of the room where the doors are to the northern part of the room, where you now notice that there are a small pile of wax blobs in the northeast corner. Like candles that have been melted by this gas.
Are they currently looking in my direction?
No, they're like candlesticks that have been melted also by this gas.
No, I mean the demon in the shower.
Oh, the shower is. The demon is not.
Alrighty. Fuck. Let's see. What can I do with an action? What can I do with an action? What can I do with an action? This cloud has encompassed most of the room, right?
You think you're still in it, yeah. Like these walls are also like waxy and starting to melt. Like the candles that were in the corner are melting. The ground you can see is undulating, as is the ceiling.
Do I call on Etch-a-Sketch? Nah. I'm gonna try to get some, I don't know, I guess some ignition going on in here. I'm gonna try to blow the room up. Firing off a firebolt.
Alright. Targeting who?
I guess the demon.
Alright. Well, roll to hit. That's a crit.
Fuck you, dice. And I know that gets halved.
Mm-hmm. Though she is looking pretty badly hurt.
Does the room explode?
No. Whatever
Fuck!
gas this is does not appear to be explosive.
Well, you know, the more we know. That'll be my turn.
Alright. You did add your other level of exhaustion, right?
Yep.
Okay. Goulash, your turn.
Alright. Now that I've broken out,
You also notice the room melting, the ceiling dripping, and the floor sagging.
I don't feel myself dripping, do I?
No, you feel fine.
Okay. You say the floor's sagging?
Yeah, like whatever's melting the walls is also melting the floor.
Well, I guess when you say sagging, do you mean sagging as in, like, the surface of the floor is being melted away, or sagging as in the supports holding the floor up are being melted?
The latter.
Oh, we should get out of here.
I mean, is this affecting my metallic body?
No.
It's like one of those things that only dissolves organic material, but the opposite.
Yes, but Blada is the opposite.
Yeah, but you're alive, though. Alright.
Technically.
The exit is back the way I came, right?
Yeah, the exit's down the 30-foot hallway.
Alright. And I just saw Arcturus swoop off deeper into the room.
Yep.
Fuck it, I'll just take my chances. I'm gonna try to rip this thing to shreds.
Alright, roll to hit. Two hits. Oh wait, I forgot. She can parry as a reaction. One hit.
Sure. Alright. 11.
Alright, yeah, she is looking to be on the brink of death after that hit.
Cool. That's it.
Alright. The shower, well, it's gonna just mosey on over up to Arcturus since no one else is in melee with him.
But the shower is dumb and stupid. Cannot hit my epic wizardness.
And you get wet.
I swear to God, I might actually be using cutting words on these dice.
The demon is then going to clench her tail, dealing an additional 15 points of bludgeoning damage to Beta.
That is quite enough of that shit.
And then she's going to use her 6 longswords to lay into Goulash.
This bitch is fighting all 3 of us! The fuck?
Alright, well, 2 of those definitely hit. In fact, I think the only miss was the 12. So that is 1, 2, 3,
So
4,
5
5
hits.
hits.
Okay. So that is a total of 69 points of magical slashing damage.
It's a good thing I have that.
All right. And Beta, you are currently grappled by this guy.
Is anybody down?
I'm not even blooded.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step to step 30 feet out of the way. Leave this grapple.
That would put you on the other side of the room near Arcturus, if you're on 30 feet.
30 feet. Yes.
All right.
Alright.
Poof, you are over there with Arcturus in the shower.
Cool. Then I'm going to blast the damn... The sword lady.
All right, roll to hit. A big old glob of ceiling starts to kind of pool down and onto the floor, like melting wax. Lowercase d. Three hits.
$37 points of force, magical force damage.
Yeah, you are just blasting into her, blowing arms off, and eventually just taking her down, and she dissolves into ash. Her six longswords clattering to the ground.
Bitch.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Arcturus, the shower's right in front of you.
Yes. So it is.
You notice that the walls are now kind of like bowing outward, the ceiling getting lower.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna turn the extra planar tap on this shower. I need to make a charisma save.
Okay.
I'm banishing his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that fails.
Okay. The shower disappears.
And I'm gonna start leaving.
Okay. So you walk the 30 feet over to the doorway where Goulash is.
No, I don't.
What do you mean? What do you do?
I walk the 15 feet. I have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ah, okay. You get to the center of the room. Anything else on your turn?
That is all I can do.
All right. Goulash. The shower has disappeared. The demon dissolved in front of you, her 6 swords laying on the ground.
Ooh. Did they smell magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh.
Because of you're doing this like in a time crunch with 6 of them.
Fair enough. I mean, at least there's 6, so like if even one of them smells funny.
No, they appear to just be standard longswords.
Okay, good. I'm gonna run over to where Arcturus is and pick him up.
Okay.
How far is that? That's like...
That was 15 feet.
15, yeah, alright. And now, carrying him... Well, we're gonna move at half speed anyway, but whatever. So let's see, that's minus 15. Alright, then I will move... Yeah, let's use the rest of my movement, including my dash, to go back out of this room the way we came.
All right. How much speed is that total?
Well, I spent 15, with my 40, and I'm going to dash, so I have 80 total. So that's 70, 65, and I move at half speed. So that's like 32 and a half feet.
Okay.
32 feet.
Yeah. So you grab him, start heading down that hallway back to the room from whence you came. You can't get into that room, but you do get to the doorway.
All right.
And you see that in the south, where the door was leading out, the ceiling has completely collapsed. Like the ceiling goes straight and then curves down, meeting the floor.
Oh, no.
And you can see it has a almost molasses-like appearance to it in terms of how it's flowing. What is everyone's constitution scores, by the way?
Yeah, actually, when you say that, he's going to start holding his breath before his turn is up.
Okay, that's fine. What is everyone's constitution scores?
14.
14.
Okay. Beta?
Irrelevant. I'm sorry, my systems do not recognize what is in the air.
Uh-huh.
I don't breathe.
Yep.
They're broken.
But you see the walls and the ceiling and the floor.
Oh, yeah, is it my turn? I'm getting
Yeah.
the fuck up out of here. It's time to bounce.
All right.
No.
All right. So you have what? 30 feet of movement?
I'm gonna teleport first and then run.
Okay. So you're misty stepping?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you misty step to that hallway. Move your 30 feet to stand next to Goulash. And to the south in that 70 by 50 room that you came through, the one that had the salamander statue and the writing about the paladin. In the south of that, you can also see the ceiling has melted down to the point where it has closed off that southern door. Like the ceiling just curves down and meets the floor. There is no southern wall to look at anymore.
Well, I guess we have to
Guys.
go the way we gotta go then. We're being ran one way. We're going that way. Get away from this shit.
So we can see where the wall should be, right?
Uh,
Or the door should be, I mean.
you know that there was a door over in that direction. Yes, it's about 10 feet behind this melting ceiling wall.
Alright. I cast Transmute Rock on that region.
Does that work on magical stone?
No.
Yeah, remember this whole place is magical?
I know, I wasn't sure if the weird, acid cloud had messed with that property in any way. Had to make the attempt.
Fair enough. Anything else you do on your turn?
No, that's pretty much the limit of what I can do.
All right. At the end of your turn, Beta and Arcturus, you both fall unconscious. Everything goes dark. Goulash, you're holding an unconscious Arcturus in your hand. You see Beta slump over as well.
Oh, boy. Well, with my no medical knowledge, do I know if they're unconscious due to being about to be dead or just unconscious because... well, I guess they're probably in danger.
You can make a medicine check.
All right. Then won't cost me my action, will it?
Nope. It just seemed more appropriate than a perception check.
Right.
So Arcturus appears to still be breathing. He's just unconscious.
Beta is also unconscious, even though they don't breathe.
Correct.
That's unusual.
Do what now?
But Beta is unconscious.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It is not unconscious.
Yes, you are.
How did I go unconscious?
You fell unconscious at the end of Arcturus' turn, along with Arcturus. Everything. Yeah, you must have missed that. Everything just went dark all of a sudden, and you collapsed.
Well, if my math is right, I think I've got like 3 rounds to get out of here.
That sounds about right.
All right. Have I seen any direction that doesn't appear to be melting right now?
No.
All right. So, I'm sorry. Off the top of my head, do I remember how far in here we are? Does that hallway go more or less right back out to the exit, or?
So the room that you're in, where the southern door was, that led to another room.
Mm-hmm.
And then kitty corner from the door into that room was a door to the mimic room. Through the mimic room was another door. That door went down a hallway about 120 feet the stairs up.
Okay, so that's a bit of a ways.
You're in terms of linear distance to travel. Sorry, in terms of path distance to travel, it's about 200 feet.
I mean, that's not that bad, except I'm probably going to have to either swing through solid rock or something stupid like that. Could you imagine if a guy could swing through solid rock? That would be crazy. I'm really not sure if I should try to go back or if I should try to keep going further. Well, first of all, I should grab Beta, because they're also unconscious, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 hands.
Yep. You have 2 hands.
Alright, I'll try going back the way I came.
So back into the demon shower room?
No, I mean the way we came in, originally.
Okay.
So the way I'm currently going.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you grab Beta. She was right next to you. You walk the 30 feet to the south to this threshold of the ceiling kind of melting into the floor. You can see it's slowly moving forward towards you.
Mm-hmm. I would like to stick my foot out and touch it. Does it burn me or anything?
So you stick your foot out and touch it, and you feel a gooey resistance. Like this won't be swimming through water. This is something much thicker. But it doesn't hurt you or anything.
All right. Well, yeah, shit. I guess I'm gonna try to go.
To be clear,
While
you're
carrying
dragging
2 people.
Okay. All right. So you're just gonna try to start trudging through this.
Yep, I'm gonna try to trudge through it.
All right. So you walk in. Kind of do this, and as your head kind of goes in, you kind of are looking into this, and the goo you're looking through is highly refractive, and actually has a prismatic appearance to it. You see 3 doors to your south, a left, a right, and a center one.
Oh, I can see through it. Okay.
It is translucent, but it is highly refractive and has a prismatic quality. So you're seeing copies of things.
Okay, so do I remember there being 1 door in this
You
room?
remember that there was 1 door to the south.
Okay.
But you see 3 doors.
I guess if I understand what's going on here, it should be the middle one.
Okay, so you're
Unless
gonna...
something really weird is happening.
All right. Next question. Do you have a swim speed?
Unfortunately, not today.
Okay, so you are at half speed as you trudge through this goo.
So I'm at 1/4 speed.
Yes.
20 feet per round.
20 feet per round. So that's 20 feet to the door. You go to the middle door. And as you get closer, you realize you have to start curving, because as you get closer, those images kind of converge a bit, and you realize you were heading slightly off. It was actually the door on the right you needed.
Right. Okay. Well, I can dash, so I get 40 total.
All right. You start dashing, kind of going through that door and into the... let's see, that is a 70 by 70 room to the south of that.
God, there's no way I'm going to make it out of here in 3 rounds.
The door is immediately to your left to the mimic room.
Mm-hmm. All right. I keep going the way I came in to the mimic room.
Okay. Yep, you head out of the domed room into the mimic storage room. And you can see that it's a 30-foot across room to the other door. Again, you're seeing 6 copies of the door, but you know the general location that you have to go to.
Right. I'm going to try to pathfind as efficiently as possible, because this is slow.
Mm-hmm. It is slow, and you're trudging through there. Your lungs are burning at this point.
Okay. I would have taken. I know I said I held my breath like a round before. I would have taken a fresh one before I went in there.
I assumed that.
Yeah. My lungs are burning at this point.
It's been 3 rounds.
Oh well, that's not how that works. I said 3 rounds because I assumed that there was some kind of effect going on.
Right. And so you held your breath, got a new one, so you're at 3 out of the 5 rounds.
No, that's not for holding your breath. That's for choking. Holding your breath is for many minutes.
Oh, that's right.
That's
you.
why
for
I
correcting
held
me.
it instead of choking myself.
Ah, yes. Okay. Sorry, I completely forgot about that.
It's okay. I think it's what, like a number of
It is a number of minutes. So it would be like 6 minutes that you can hold your breath. So you have 20 con.
Yeah, it's your con mod plus 1 in minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what else is going to happen to me or what happened to them, but I'm just going to keep going until
Yep.
I either get out of here or can't move anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you start going towards where you think that exit is, kind of pushing your way through this prismatic goo. And as you kind of get through that door and into the hallway, you also finally succumb and fall unconscious.
Ah, goddamn it.
Will each of you roll a d4, please?
Oh no. Do I get to know what this is for?
It's number of hours you are unconscious.
Oh. I don't suppose that reduced
God.
me to 0 hit points or something.
It did not. It
Okay.
imposed the unconscious condition. Sorry, I just realized I forgot to prepare the map. Just give me a second. Because you find yourself waking up. I lost my place. Sorry. One moment, please.
Oh, if only I had decided to be able to swim today instead of being able to climb.
Okay. So, an hour passes, Pete, and you come to. On the ground in a room made of that same stone with the crystal throat glowing in light. It appears to be a 30 by 30 foot room. A wooden ladder resting against a wall. And you can see that on the opposite wall, you can see someone appears to have scrawled using like a charcoal stick or something. The shields of Chitin killed 4 ogres here on the wall.
I don't remember that being there.
You don't remember this room.
Oh.
You also notice that there appears to be no way out of the room.
And I'm still in that weird crystal, but I can breathe now?
No, there is no sign of the floor, ceiling, any of that weird crystal goo. Everything is solid. You see your 2 companions on the floor next to you, still breathing, still unconscious.
Alright, well, they probably need their rest. Let's,
And you know, so going around like the walls of the room, the northern wall, there's a wooden ladder resting against it. The southern wall has that writing. The eastern wall, you can see that the wall has been carved and has a like giant skull of what looks to be an orc or an ogre or something in that family, kind of like it was like carbonated out of the wall.
When you say carbonated, is this an impression or?
It's like a ogre was like. Imagine if you were in that goo, coming out of the goo with it sticking to you, and then it suddenly solidified.
Oh, okay.
It's that kind of like appearance.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, we're in the Skull of Progenium. They're gonna put us in the wall.
And also, Pete, you have a level of exhaustion from the
Oh, yeah, I figured
unconsciousness.
Even though my hit points were not reduced to 0.
Correct. That it's actually an effect of the sedative.
Right. That's quite the security measure. Alright, I guess the first thing I do is I go around and start checking the walls for any openings that I can't see.
Make an investigation check.
Yep.
All right, yeah, you kind of poke around a bit, and you don't really find anything.
Alright, so there's an inscription about chitin or something, and then a ladder, and then an ogre fused into the wall, and then one wall with nothing on it.
Correct.
Okay, what did the inscription say again? It was just like,
Says that.
the shields of chitin killed 4 ogres here, and I see one ogre that is like part of the wall coming out of it.
Yep.
And the ladder is just leaned up against the wall. It's not like fixed there or anything.
Yeah, it appears to just be like a wooden ladder, like a 10-foot tall ladder.
Okay. Did I also check the ceiling with that roll? Because I
Yes.
can do that. Alright. Did I also check the floor with that roll?
Yes. The floor appears to just be like carved stone, similar to the rest of the dungeon, with that light crystal going all the way through it. The room is cast in dim light.
It's made out of floor. Gotcha.
Yes, the floor is made out of floor. However, this floor is relatively flat and doesn't appear to be melting.
That's good. Alright, the ogre. I mean, and this looks like lifelike, as if it had been petrified or something.
Yes.
Against my better judgment, I touch it.
Okay, you touch it. It feels cool to the touch.
Cool.
And as you kind of lower your hand, you kind of like scratch it a little bit with your claws. And you notice it feels a bit grainier than you would expect stone to be.
So, like it were covered in gravel and then frozen?
More like it has the texture of plaster rather than stone, despite looking like stone.
Do I think I could break it?
If it's just plaster, yes, you think you could easily bust it open.
Well, then I will attempt to dismantle this ogre and see. Well, I guess I'm going to create a cavity of some kind, assuming the rest of the ogre is in there. A big ogre-shaped hole.
All right, yeah, you start just kind of like pulling, like you jab your hand into it. You know, the plaster, because it is actually just plaster, kind of breaks and crumbles. Lower part of its face is kind of cracking and falling, and eventually he's kind of pulled off the wall, and you realize that the whole ogre head was actually just a plaster bust set over a wooden door.
What do you mean?
Like
what do you mean set over?
Like imagine the east wall has a wooden door in it. And then I use plaster to make this lifelike looking ogre head over the wooden door, like covering it.
Oh, okay. So, like, that's why you said carbonite. It's literally like Han Solo frozen in carbonite, taking up the door frame so that it no longer appears to be a door.
Exactly. It was a concealed door behind plaster.
That's interesting. Alright. Well, while I wait for my friends to wake up in 3 hours, god damn it, can I at least see what is outside the room?
So you attempt to open the door.
Oh, there is a door. Okay, yeah, right. Against my better judgment, I open the door.
Okay. You open the door, revealing a 10-foot wide hallway going to the south. Looks to go 10, 20, 30, 40 feet before turning to the west.
Alright, well, we're not in any hurry. I'm gonna take a series of several short rests.
As you wish. So, yeah, the first hour passes without an incident. You take a successful short rest. The next hour passes without incident.
Except for that.
Now, I do have a question. Did you close the door?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's like, no, not yet, I don't think.
All right, let me know when you're done doing your hit dice for the short rest. At first.
Oh, I'm done. I've spent my final hit die.
Okay.
Which is not a thing I think I've done before.
All right, so
Hey, those of us that are unconscious, do we get a short rest?
no. Unconsciousness is not restful. Also, you guys are having nightmares.
Ah, yes. Dreams of naked snakes. Yeah. That is pretty horrifying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Snake Eater.
All right, yeah, and as the third hour passes, Arcturus and Beta begin to stir and wake up. So you guys are still at your current hit points, but you have an extra level of exhaustion.
So does that mean I get 2 or just 1?
What do you mean? You were conscious, and then you went unconscious while you were walking. You had hit points.
Okay. Wasn't sure if at any point...
No,
It had
you
to be
guys
sure.
did not take damage. That did not damage you at all.
Alrighty.
You are still at your normal hit points. You were just given the unconscious condition.
Excellent, excellent. I'm sitting at a comfortable 3 levels. Halfway
Excellent.
there.
Excellent, yeah. And then you guys hear some humming coming from outside the door.
No, fuck.
High pitch.
Oh no, Miss Piggy's out there.
And the door, swings out into the hallway, because it opened outward. And you see a small green creature holding what appears to be a bucket above its head.
Kirby!
And it looks like this. And you hear it kind of squeak out, "Oh shit!"
Kirby Frog here.
Bang!
So at this point, I think you guys should be rolling initiative. As the, bucket of gruel falls to the ground.
Initiative is an ability check, right?
Yes, it is. It is a dexterity ability check. So you guys should all have disadvantage on that.
Except for me.
Why?
Because I'm a barbarian, I normally get advantage.
So Beta, yeah, unless you have something that prevents it, with 1 level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on initiative. All right. All right, so Goulash, what do you do?
It's holding a bucket?
It was holding a bucket. It has dropped the bucket. Gruel is spilling out onto the floor.
Hmm. I'm going to ask it what it's doing.
I was bringing you dinner.
From who?
Your new lord and master, Simrag.
Oh, can we meet him?
Why would he want to meet his assassins?
I thought he was our lord and master.
He is. He has orders for you. I have to go get them, though. Why don't you guys stay here and keep cooling your heels?
No, it's okay. We're all better now. We'll come with.
You're supposed to stay here. He starts looking like he's about to start backing up.
No, that's only if we're unconscious. We're perfectly well now. We can come with.
I don't know. Gosh, I kind of want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep going. Come on. You lead the way.
So what, you like just walk over to him?
Well, no, first I pick up the bucket. Hey, you mind if I bring this? And I start like eating out of it like popcorn. Just like with my hand.
Okay. He like looks at the other two. That was for all three of you.
Oh, well, you better bring more.
Okay, you stay here. I'll go get more food.
No, it's okay. I'll come with. Come on, everybody.
I'm not supposed to let you see the kitchen.
Why not?
Health code.
Oh God, you make this out of other people, don't you?
The ingredients are a trade secret.
I don't taste any harpies in this, do I?
Make a perception check.
A perception check based on taste.
Yep.
I believe I have disadvantage on those, not just from exhaustion, but also in general.
You might.
Soylent Adventure.
You know how they say everything tastes like chicken? Human doesn't taste like chicken.
No, but harpy does. They
Tastes like
basically are
pork.
chicken.
Yeah, you can't tell with this thin gruel, what they made it out of, but it probably wasn't. The gruel does not taste good, so probably nothing pleasant.
Yeah, you're right. Changing plans. We got to go to the kitchen first because I want to give them some feedback on this, and then we can go meet Simrag.
You're supposed to stay here.
No. Come on, don't be shy. Which way is the kitchen? And then he's going to start walking off ahead anyway.
Okay, so you start walking south down the hallway.
Since you don't want to lead the way, I guess I'll have to find it myself.
Wait, no. Come back. You're supposed to stay in the room. I'm gonna get killed for this.
I would like to insight check this Quatsit. Is it actually the dragon?
Sure, make an insight check.
Wait, the what's it?
It's called a quasit.
The what's it?
You have no idea. It's a quasit. You can't read quasits. Right. So, Goulash, you just spend your turn walking down the hallway?
Yep.
All right, Beta, what do you do?
I follow, of course.
All right, so you just get up and blow past. He's like, he's just sitting there like, wait, no, you're supposed to. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna heal Arcturus first.
Okay.
Does the Quatsit look like it's moving to stop them?
No.
You get 15 points, Gil.
This might be stupid. I'm gonna hang out with the Quatsit.
Okay, so what are you doing? Like just sitting there?
Yeah, I'll start fiddling around with the stuff in my pack.
Okay. He was technically surprised. So he had no reaction. That's why he couldn't stop you guys from just walking out of the room.
How well groomed does this Quatsit look?
Not terribly. It's a closet. It looks like a closet. It's not like it's wearing clothes or his hair.
Right.
But it's not covered in filth or anything.
Okay. And its skin, is that like skin and it's just lumpy, or is it like scaly?
It's got like these like little spines on its skin, like a spiky frog or something.
Is it distracted by them leaving?
Yes.
I would like to turn myself into a tick and get onto its body.
So you're polymorphing yourself?
I am polymorphing myself into a tick, and I will land on this Quatsit.
Okay. Yeah, you cast polymorph and try to get onto him. Make a stealth check.
As a tick?
Yes.
I don't know how this works.
Okay. Let's see here.
Well, you'd make it using the tick's
The tick's.
dexterity.
Yeah.
I don't know if the tick would have this, but a lot of really small creatures like that usually have advantage on stealth, like spiders have that.
Yeah, and he does have that.
Yes,
So this would be a
wow.
stealth plus 4. So this is a d20 plus 4. With advantage.
Already?
Yeah, you land on him.
I'll find a nice little tick spot to hang out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like right at the point where like his horns kind of go into his skull. No one ever looks there. Yeah, so he like turns to look back into the room. He's like, shit. They're not going to believe this. And he starts going after Beta and going, wait, you really don't want to go that way? You should just wait in the room. And I guess at this point we're really not in initiative. I thought you guys were going to, kill the thing.
That was my plan at first, but then I realized it was just bringing us food.
Also, it had an adorable voice, so now I don't want to kill it.
Can we put him into the cell and close the cell? Can Beta pat him on the shoulder, walk him back to the cell, and then turn around and shut the cell?
He will be like no, yeah, let's go back in the room. Come on. And he's like coming with you.
Beta's gonna nod and smile and walk back with him.
Right. So he goes in the room. He's like, see, room's a lot better in the hallway.
I'm gonna close the door.
And he's here on the other side. I'm getting fired, aren't I?
Underdark?
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
You just got locked in the room with him.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna detach and get under the door.
Mm-hmm. You crawl under the door.
And I'm gonna end concentration.
Yep.
And I'm gonna open the door. I like this guy too much.
No, he's got to stay in there because we're fixing to go in there and kill everything else in this building. We can't. We've already decided we're not going to kill him, so he has to stay out of the way.
Why do we have to kill everything in this building?
Okay, well, maybe not everything, but we're fixing to do some killing. So,
But why? But you're part of this team now. You don't want to kill us. We're all on the same team, right?
What team is that?
wait, what?
Team Simrag. Yay!
Do me a favor. Give me the henchman pitch. Why do I want to be a henchman?
Because you won't be turned into jelly then.
I mean, as persuasions go, that one was pretty good.
Do we get like spiffy henchman uniforms or something, or do we just not get turned into jelly?
If you're a good henchman, you can get a uniform. But you have to prove yourself first. You got to work your way up in the organization. Like I did.
Oh, fuck you, Underdark. Oh god, I
This
can be a
game just become a
henchman.
mafia
Yes.
movie? What the hell? Are we playing Goodfellas now? What the shit?
I don't know, but Underdark is baiting me with one of my other favorite things: being a henchman.
I know, this sounds fun. We have a boss to tell us what to do and who to kill. Yes!
Do we all get numbers? And
Do you want numbers? I can get you numbers.
Do you have a number?
No, I don't want a number.
So
Have
we
a
get to
name.
go out and explore
What's your
things
name?
that he tells us to do, and then we come back here and he pays us?
Just about, yeah. My name is Vaz.
Well, nice to meet you, Vaz.
I am Sister Beta.
So we're all going back to the room now? He's like gesturing into the room.
Oh no, we're still going to see your boss.
Okay. How about this, Vaz? Why do we have to stay in the room?
Because Simrig said she wanted to make you into henchmen. And to keep you there until she could get around to it. And I don't
Alright.
go against Simrig's orders. And you shouldn't either. It's real bad if you're trying to move up to be a henchman with a uniform.
Insight.
Make an insight check.
What could have been.
It's a closet. You can't. This guy's got like no facial expression.
Well, you raise a good point, Vaz. I feel like part of being a good henchman is having that go-getting attitude of, going right into those dangerous situations and establishing, the risk involved by dying horrifically.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sure.
not-
If you really want to go talk to the boss, I guess go down that corridor then.
I mean, how long do we have to wait?
I don't know. I was just bringing you dinner. Don't tell me shit.
Hey guys, maybe we should just rest here for a little bit. I am kind of tired.
that does sound like a good idea.
And after all, if we're going to have a new boss, we might want to be able to make a good first impression and not, looking like exhausted lumps of crap might be a good step towards that. Should we head back to the room?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty, let's go.
Pete, do you go with him back to the room, or you proceeding
Sure.
on alone?
No, I'll go back.
Okay. All right, so you guys all follow in, much to Vaz's obvious and apparent relief. And Vaz is like, backing out of the door. He's like, all right, so yeah, just stay here. I'll let the bosses know you're all gung ho for joining Team Simreg, yay! And yeah, just hang out a bit. He
Cool.
closes the door. You hear the sound of his feet rapidly going down that hallway.
Okay, guys, I'll be back. I'm just kidding. I'm not turning back into a tick.
So sorry, I'm not sure. Are you actually polymorphing yourself or not?
God, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't go through all that work convincing the party to come back so I could ditch them.
You also notice that that door does not have a key on it. Like there's no keyhole or anything.
Oh, I'm gonna try to push it open. Does it open?
Yeah, it opens.
Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right. You know, for you guys, this would be about the end of the adventuring day at this point. So is that what you guys do? You go to sleep?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, better go into rest mode.
Yep.
Okay.
By the sounds of it, you weren't expecting us to actually do this.
Nope. I was expecting you to shoot him in the face as soon as he opened the door.
We have stumped the DM.
Oh, no, you haven't. I just have to pull some stuff up because I wasn't expecting you to get to this part today.
Oh no.
You weren't expecting us to fail horribly against the shower?
No, that I was expecting. I wasn't expecting you to just be like, all right, yeah, they're just going to comply.
I mean,
Look, it follows the pattern of this campaign. We're basically always going to be the bitch of some other big bad whose house we stumble into. First it was a dragon, then it was a Rakshasa, then it was almost a proto-fascist revolutionary. Then it was our own guilt in a port town. Then it was a dragon, now it's another dragon.
All right, yeah, so you guys go to sleep. Believe it or not, the night passes without incident, and you wake up in the morning having had a successful long rest.
Yay, only 2 levels. Wait, no, that's bad. That takes me farther from my goal.
You notice that in the night, someone had dropped off another bucket of gruel.
Well, that was very nice of them. I would like to taste the gruel.
It is thin and bland.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys do anything at this point?
After we've completed a long rest.
Indeed. And presumably had your breakfast gruel.
have they let us out?
They have not.
Okay, guys. I got an idea. You guys want to hear it?
Sure.
Alright. I am going to turn into a tick, and I'm going to go explore.
All right.
All right, see you guys. I'm going to turn into a tick.
Okay. You turn into a tick.
And I'm going to explore.
All right, so you're going under the door?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. You see the same 10-foot wide stone hallway leading to the south.
Explore.
All right. You go 10, 20, 30, 40 feet. It turns to the west. Goes 20 feet, turns to the south. Another 20 feet, and then to the west again. Then to the south, then to the east. At 30 feet away, at the end of that east corridor, is a closed iron door. And you can see what appears to be... Well, actually, you wouldn't be able to see it. Never mind.
Okay, I scuttle under the door.
Okay. Scuttle under the door, revealing a kitchen of sorts. And you also see the chef. A large beholder, using telekinesis to manipulate cauldrons of what smells like gruel. In cages above several fire pits, you can see a couple of what look to be drow. Kind of looking like they're being smoked almost. They are awake, though not saying anything. The beholder is... Do you speak deep speech?
Nope.
Okay. He appears to be singing to himself in an unknown language while wearing a jaunty, tall chef's hat.
Ah, Chef Beholder. I've heard of you.
You got it.
All right, but he's currently looking down.
Yeah, he's like looking down. You can see him like grab telekinetically one of these cages with the drow, and to the drow is screaming because he's dunking him into boiling liquid. He's like dunking him like a tea bag into this cauldron. And you can notice, and then you begin to realize where that thin flavor came from.
Oh, I'll have to try that sometime.
And you
That
can
is
see
horrifying.
the drow is severely burned as a result, and he just kind of hangs him back up, you know, as the drow's just kind of whimpering in this cage.
So they flavor it with drow, except they're not actually cooking the. He's not cooking the drow. He's just dunking it in for flavor.
Right,
It's just
like a
bland.
tea bag.
What kind of fucked up gamer girl bathwater is this?
You ate it.
All right. I am going to scuttle up towards an area that I don't know. Do I see a point of egress?
Just the way you came in. There's no other apparent door.
Is there an opening in the ceiling?
No. At least not one you can see.
I'd like to begin exploring.
Okay, make an investigation check. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of going through some of the cabinets and the baskets and whatnot. They appear to contain, you know, what looks to be flour, some herbs, dried and rather non-fragrant at all, so they're probably really old.
Wait, you said there was flour in here?
Yes.
How much?
It's a 5-pound sack.
Oh, okay, so I have more.
Yes. And as you're kind of scuttling into another cabin, I need you to make a stealth check.
Uh-huh.
Aha. D20 plus 4 with advantage. One of the beholder eye kind of twitches towards you. And you hear him grumble out in something in a language you don't understand, and you should roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Mind the exhaustion. All right, so
Arcticrus?
yeah, so you're a tick.
Ah!
All right, so it is going to. So you hear it grumble out something, and it is going to shoot a beam of green light at you, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, a tick can jump 30 feet, so
Yeah, and hopefully he succeeds at this. So that would be a d20 plus 2. All right, yeah, you kind of dodge it, jumping a little bit. The beam, hitting a tabletop and taking out a 10-foot chunk of it. It disintegrates into sand.
If I may, am I able to jump just enough that I could hide myself in the dust, faking my own death?
Make a stealth check. You could attempt it. All right, yeah, you hide in that dust. What do you do on your turn?
I get deeper into the dust.
Okay, you keep hiding. The dust begins to settle. And you realize that when it finishes settling, there's going to be this tick-shaped bulge in the middle of it.
I'm gonna, begin to. I'm gonna begin to move my way out.
All right, you start trying to slink your way out. This is another stealth check. On his turn, he's just continuing to cook. He thinks he got the insect in his kitchen. All right, you sneak out under the door. You're out of initiative. Then you hear more screaming from inside. What do you do?
I go back and I get back to the room. I stop being a tick, and I inform the party of everything I have witnessed. I spare no detail.
Okay. You spare no detail. Describing with great, animation the screaming drow as he's basted in the boiling gruel. Do you guys do anything at that point?
I think between the two of us, we could open this door.
Arcturus opens the door.
Never mind. We're going to move on out, I suppose. Head towards something.
All right. So as you guys kind of get up and start heading out into that hallway, you hear the sound of stone on stone grinding coming from the southern wall of your little prison cell.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm going to hang out here in the room. Where I'm supposed to be.
All right. Yeah. And a figure kind of trudges into the room. His dark robes and tentacles giving him away. So he looks around and he's kind of broadcasts into all of your heads. So you hear his voice, but you don't see him speak any. Ah. You're awake. Very good. Simrag wishes to speak with you. And you should follow me.
Yes.
Oh, finally. I was going to try to speak to him yesterday.
Make an insight check then, Arcturus.
Those finger bones he's got on there.
Mm-hmm. He comes across Arcturus' board.
Man, and all those belts.
Yeah, you mentioned that. It's like says in your head, just your head. Some henchmen need to be disciplined occasionally.
Ooh. No problems with thieves around here, then I take it.
Problems? No, they're not a problem. And do you guys follow him as he starts trying to lead you down some hallways?
Absolutely.
Alrighty then.
I mean, I guess we kind of have to, right?
I'm good.
Could attack.
I mean, we could, but... I mean, if we have to fight him, he's almost boss level anyway. So then we'd have to fight him and then turn around and fight the... I don't know. We might as well just go see what's going on.
Yeah, look, I think we should really consider our options here. I mean, I know you guys were excited about that whole duchy thing, but, like, is that really what we want? Like, do we want to sit around here administering some duchy all the time?
You know, this is an excellent point. Additionally, we don't have the actual party mass to be able to acquire such a goal. You know, kind of like when we all died.
Working for this guy would give us a purpose, and probably money would be henchmen. He'd pay us good. You know?
Or They're gonna pull that same shit Gilbert pulled and, constantly say that you're getting paid and then never actually clear those checks.
Yeah, but see, when we get to town, nobody ever says anything about it because we've made so much money, it just comes directly out of the party fund, so everybody gets paid.
Exactly, it's a scam. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, Ward goes straight to the bar and starts drinking and doesn't stop,
All right, yeah, so he starts leading you through, several hallways to the south, through a hexagonal room, south through a rectangular room, going by a forge where you can see an Afridi and several salamanders pounding away on metal. He just kind of raises a hand in greeting to what appears to be several human mages playing a card game. They all kind of straighten up and stop playing as he walks by. He points out several traps, like don't touch that. You have to hit this first. Or the ceiling will fall down and flames will erupt.
I think as we pass by those mages, I'm just gonna wave.
They're very studiously packing away their games and getting ready to go somewhere almost.
Looks like you're building an invasion force.
But yeah, why am I having deja vu all of a sudden?
Are you having deja vu?
Yeah, but not for something you were around for. Don't worry about it.
All will become clear when we meet Simreg.
Cool.
And at last you come to some stairs heading down. The labyrinthine, dungeon, giving way to more natural-looking cavern as you head deeper in. The crystal still in the rock and still glowing. And, a few minutes of travel through some caravans, through some some caves.
What is it? Caravans, caves, or corridors?
I thought he was going to say Korribans for a second.
I almost did. Sorry.
Some caverns.
Yeah. No, some corridor-like caves. Straight and narrow. Come around a bend, and there you see, glittering in from some unseen source light, well, probably the crystal in the walls, large crystals kind of growing out of this wall, like you're walking into the middle of a geode. A large, gargantuan even, sapphire dragon. A pool of still water off behind him. And he looks at you guys as you come in. Thank you, Anoth. You may leave. And the, Alhoon just nods its head, turns, and walks off, leaving you there in front of this dragon. And this is what the dragon looks like.
That's a big fancy dragon.
I am Simreg. And you are assassins.
Correct.
I don't know. I feel like that implies a certain amount of professionalism beyond what we actually have.
I don't know. I was offered payment. I think that makes me a professional.
Indeed. But you have obviously failed.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was no time limit. Although that being said, the payment that I was offered does not interest me all that much.
And what does interest those like you?
Oh. Well, I mean, what I was offered was like this whole duchy. I was going to be a duke, but I don't want to sit around collecting taxes. That's not for me. What do I want? Hey, I totally forgot the name of that country with all the liches. What was that called again?
Arcazar,
Yes.
the one that you brought down.
Well, we started bringing it down. I don't think we finished.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, that was like one battle.
Under, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How does this interact with the Society of the Spiritual Ribbon?
Well, the Society of the Spiritual Ribbon, generally seek to thwart evil and tyranny. The dragons are tyrants. All of them. So if you guys were to take over this section, that would generally be in your society's interest. Remember, he's trying to monopolize the platinum trade and all that. He is not a, good of the people type person.
Wait, who's trying to monopolize the platinum trade?
Simreg. That's what pissed off Bem Raynor.
It is? I wasn't there for that part.
Yeah. The Great Dragon, Bem Raynor, noticed that Simrig was trying to monopolize the platinum trade and told him to knock it off. Simrig refused, so he sent you guys.
Now we got caught and we get to change sides. I mean, it's more profitable to work with him, because if he corners the platinum market, we'll get rich.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, Under, what's in this room outside of what's been described?
Well, let's see, the still water behind, the pool of water behind him, the crystal-like formations on the walls that also giving off dim light are bigger than they were before. Are bigger than the rest of the dungeon. It's like this is walking into this cavern is the inside of a geode. The ground itself even kind of, has crystals coming out of it, though. Sections of them have been cleared away for people to stand on. There are no loose items laying around.
Under. A question. So disintegrate can turn, 10 by 10 by 10, square feet of material into a fine grade dust.
Yes.
Does that dust basically cease to be what originally was?
Not really.
So, hypothetically, if I were to disintegrate diamond and the dragon were to inhale it, might it experience lung lacerations?
It could.
Isn't this dragon made out of gems or something?
That's what I was going to say. Assuming it can be affected that way, yes.
Right. Just something that kind of came to mind.
Yeah, you want to grind up some diamond and throw it in his face.
Look, Under, come on. My shtick this whole campaign has been I'm going to take some shit and throw it in their face. Okay. But seriously, guys, what do we want?
Well, I know what I want. I don't think the war there was quite finished. Am I right about that?
Well, you mean you guys basically triggered like a succession crisis, causing a couple of civil wars, and then you left.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to go and finish the job. I mean, not that that has anything to do with either of you. But if we're just talking about what I want.
Let's see. Things that I want. I want to not die and topple tyrants. I do like toppling tyrants. Answers are nice.
Hey, my character knows the name of that mountain that all of those giants we returned from the dead and that dragon were holed up in.
Presumably.
The one we deployed out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since you've deigned to not kill us, very nice of you, by the way, I'd say if I were going to ask anything from you, I'd love to get back there somehow so that we can be, a continent over, out of your hair.
Well,
Hell, big plus for you. You can just say that you killed us.
your deaths wouldn't really matter, I think, to Bimranor.
No, but it might be.
I have no problem with sending you away, letting you keep your lives such as they are. The question I have then is, how do I benefit from such an arrangement? Killing you, after all, removes a potential threat. What benefit are you to me over there?
Are you familiar with the Confederation of Arcazar?
Of course.
And how do you feel about them?
They will eventually come under our domain, just like the rest of the world will.
Oh, well, that region is particularly destabilized for the moment.
So it is.
It had a little help from yours truly, of course. Anyway, I wanted to get back there and, finish the job so that we could get rid of those guys for good. I don't really care what happens to the region in the long run. I'm just here for revenge.
I see. And the rest of your party, they would go along with this plan of yours?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've got at least how many of my characters died in relation to that? I've got enough characters dead sunk in there. I got to give that a shot.
Yeah, I mean, Arcturus, a bunch of your ancestors died doing that.
Indeed.
When I say ancestors, I mean people who were alive up to like a year ago.
Underdark, how long has it actually been? It's been like 3 weeks or something, hasn't it?
It's been like a month.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's been some overland travel that we've done that took up some time.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months at tops.
Spiting Arcazar would be nice.
How about you, Beta? You want to go beat up more liches?
Is Mr. even here?
Mr. is really here. What are we doing?
I asked you if you wanted to go back to the Confederation of Arcazar and beat up more liches.
Undead are an atrocity, so everything must go through its cycle of life and death. So, yeah, I could definitely kill some liches.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm mostly in it because they forced me to live in a sewer for my whole life. So, I kind of want to kill all of them really hard.
Underdark?
Mm-hmm.
Based on what this dragon has said and some of the previous interactions we've had, with dragons, When it was referring to our domain, was it referring to Dragonkind or ours and him and his allies?
Oh, when he
Yes.
said R, I assumed he meant the domain of mortals who don't live forever.
It was intentionally vague.
I'd like to insight the nature of such vagueness.
That's what you would get with that insight.
Ah, okay.
He is being intentionally vague as to his ultimate intentions. Most dragons tend to do that.
I mean, I have no doubt that his ultimate intentions involve taking over things. I mean, that's just in their nature.
So I send you to Arkazar. You foment more instability, perhaps even topple a few local leaders. And what, you will hold that as your own domain, subordinate to me?
Yeah, that could work out.
The biggest problem I see there is holding domain. We don't exactly have experience as administrators.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really ask for that. I mostly just wanted to go over there, kill a bunch of liches and vampires and shit.
More like a destabilizing element.
Yeah.
I see. You, as a group, really do hate the undead, don't you?
Yeah, well, I hate these undead in particular. They were mean to me.
I mostly just hate tyrants.
He has a sense of humor.
I think sending you there can be done. It will, however, require something from you then, in return. Continued intelligence from that area, reports and the like, from you to me.
How is that going to work?
You see him dip a wing into the water and kind of pull out some strands of really slimy looking seaweed. This will allow you to form a long range telepathic link to me. Eat it. And he just kind of slaps it on the ground in front of you guys.
So are you going to swallow the dragon's slimy-looking seed?
Well, no, it's not seed, it's weed.
Is that really any better?
There isn't a, less invasive way to do this.
Not that will last. If you are to do this, then you will be my assets on a longer term.
Hey, Underdark.
Mhm.
Since we're clearly already making a deal with a devil, what's involved with dialing up Etch-a-Sketch?
Let's see. Let me flip to that in my notes. Christ, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I know. I like to hold on to my infernal contacts.
Alright, yes, you know a devil's true name. Igashish. Or,
Etch-a-Sketch.
yeah, Etch-a-Sketch as you do. A Gaish. Yeah, a Gaish. That's what it is.
Oh, it's pronounced a Geish. You know I'm going to keep calling him Etch-a-Sketch, right?
Yeah.
So how does dialing him up work?
Well, you would need to, summon a devil. And then using his name to call that specific devil. So something like Infernal Calling. or contact other plane, or commune. Something to that effect.
Alrighty. Had to be sure. Not totally clear on how true names work.
True names gives you power over that fiend. Generally means they can't refuse orders given to them issued with their true name. They do, however, tend to be resentful of this.
No, really?
But yeah, it's not like Beetlejuice where you can just say his name 3 times and he appears.
I wasn't sure. Had to check.
I told you not to use this line.
Etch a sketch, etch a sketch, etch a sketch. Pit fiend pops up in the middle of the room.
No,
Etch
no.
a sketch.
You say Etch a Sketch 3 times, a pit fiend pops up, hands you a red plastic Etch a Sketch, and disappears.
Yeah, see, that's what I want. Just like a skeezy salesman demon who gives away his true name to everyone for free so that they can just summon him really easily. And then he just comes into your life and causes problems.
Am I able to identify this weed?
Make an Arcana check.
Fuck you, dice.
You have no idea. You've never seen anything like this before in your life.
How permanent is this connection? Like, how does this work?
Well, you eat the weed, and I will then be able to talk to you in your minds over any distance.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I'm having. My mind is kind of like private.
Oh god, it's gonna be able to talk to us on the bathroom toilet.
Does that also mean I'm going to be able to talk to you all the time? Because I don't think you want that.
I know enough about it to be able to turn it off from my end. You will not be bothering me. Perhaps in time you will learn how to close the connection on yours as well. But until then, yes, everything you think to me will in theory be sent my way.
Everything we think will get sent your way.
Pretty much.
Well, you said that this is an option that would last, but also that if I eat this and get good enough at using it, eventually I can just turn it off from my end. So that doesn't sound nearly as permanent as what you're advertising.
The connection itself still exists, even if you block it.
Yes, but it won't be as useful to you.
Perhaps. Then again, there are more permanent options as you see him kind of sharpen his claws on the rock.
Well, I'm glad you thought of that. Because... there's got to be another way that's both less invasive and more permanently useful.
You wish to go to a part of the world that I have very little information about. Live information, that is. And you wish to cause a ruckus there, a ruckus that really won't help me any directly. So besides the intelligence of what is going on in that region, what else could you offer me?
Well, I'm not very learned in the ways of magic, but I'm sure for somebody as powerful as you, there must be a way to not even necessarily see what I'm seeing, but just see where I am directly and not have your view of things be through the lens of my own perception. I don't suppose there's a way to do that.
Perhaps. Goulash, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. I mean, out of character, I know what he's trying to convince him to do, but Goulash doesn't know what scrying is.
I understand. I want you to make a persuasion check. You're trying to persuade him away from the, basically he gets to bug you guys permanently.
I don't suppose somebody wants to help me with this.
Yeah, I would.
I will definitely help you.
Yeah, I'll let Beta do it.
I don't suppose we can do this where, like, somebody who doesn't have a -2 persuasion can roll.
Yeah, I can do it. Beta can try to persuade him.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Okay, so Beta's going to try to persuade him. What are we talking about?
Well, do you know anything about magic, Beta, or, like, being able to spy on people magically?
Yes, there are scrying spells that allow you to do that.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I was talking about.
Right. Make a persuasion check, guys.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to convince him to change his plan.
Now, okay.
You have advantage from the help people are giving you. Yep. You hear him kind of hum. Like, Yes, I think that will work. He steps off his little mound, goes over to the water's edge, and with a claw goes into the water. You hear this like a high-pitched like crack, and he pulls out a clear crystal, thin, almost dagger-like, and he sets it down in front of you. He says, "Stab yourselves with this once, and I will be able to keep track of you. To look in upon you, but it will not link your minds."
Well, see, now this I'm much more okay with. How do we feel about this, guys?
I mean, betrayal? I mean,
Wait, what is he holding out again under?
He put down in front of you guys on the ground a thin crystal spine. Like a sharp, pointy, like a push dagger. And he's telling you that each of you will stab yourselves once with it. And then he will be able to track you guys. And he can use that, to track you guys, get intelligence on the area you're in and all of that.
There comes a point when you know the road you're fixing to start down on. There comes a point when you know that if you take a choice, you're going dark. You just know it.
Come on now, Beta. I mean, this isn't bad.
And, when you reach that point, you have to make a conscious decision. And, after careful consideration, I've made my decision.
No, Beta, come on. Think about the greater good here. We're going back to Arkazar. We're going to bust some ass. We're going to kill a bunch of liches. And I mean, you've seen the people in the Dragon Throne. Things are not bad here. I think it could be a lot better.
I mean, they are kind of tyrants.
Oh, what? And the liches weren't?
I mean, they were too.
And what do you want to establish in Arkazar, Arcturus, an arco-syndicalist commune?
Well, I'm just saying, the betrayal, it's a character shift. We're betraying the person that hired us to side with their...
Beta, come on. We're mercenaries. We work for the highest bidder.
Beta
Wait, we're
is
mercenaries?
mercenary.
Well, we have a mercenary attitude.
Beta
We do?
Beta is not a mercenary.
Okay, first of all, that dragon literally hired all of us to go and kill somebody. If that doesn't make us mercenaries, then I don't know what you two.
Yeah, but he hired us to kill the evil dragon that is trying to take over something.
That's like classic tropes right
Yeah,
there.
come on now. Let's not throw around words like evil.
I've enjoyed this, but I think this is where Beta draws the line.
Look, Beta.
I blast the dragon.
Hold on a minute, Beta. It's not like we're
I blast the dragon.
God fucking.
All right, roll
To
initiative.
glory or to death!
Roll initiative. Oh, you poor guys.
Man, I almost had you fucking convinced to just like get us out of this the easy way.
Almost.
I should point out, giving the dragon our blood does not, or rather, not giving the dragon our blood is not going to prevent it from scrying on us.
It makes it a lot easier, though.
Not that much easier, especially given how powerful this dragon is.
I'm sorry, but Beta would not do this. She would not consciously do this.
I mean, there was no reason we couldn't have betrayed the dragon later.
And that would make our name worthless. That is not Beta's goal. She don't want to be known as a traitor that turns on everybody that hires her. She's trying to. Beta's got a specific goal in mind.
You only get that reputation if the people you betray survive.
Yeah, see, I have more important goals than just money or loyalty.
The destruction of an entire civilization?
Yeah, there we go. You know, revenge.
Goulash, I'm still waiting for your initiative roll. Don't you guys all have like a level of exhaustion?
Oh,
Not
fuck,
anymore.
yes. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
got
didn't you
mail
just take a long rest?
Yeah, that
I didn't
reduces your
do that.
exhaustion by 1. Did you
I
only
only
have?
had one.
Okay, so you only had the one. That's good. I think Arturus still has one though.
So let's see.
Really?
Either I got a 23 or I got a 20. Take your pick.
20.
I can
Then
see
got
that you all really thought this through carefully.
I thought it through carefully, and I almost had you convinced.
I was on the fence.
Alright.
Oh, wow. We had all three opinions.
Beta
We
was
had,
not on the fence. Beta
we
was
had I'm
not.
against this, I'm neutral on this, and I'm for this.
And then Beta's like, all right, I'm shooting.
Yeah, the problem is that being against has full veto power because you can just shoot the arbitrator. And then discussion breaks down.
Well, discussion is broken down.
Well, Goulash, yeah, you can see Beta fixing the fire.
Well, I think we started with him firing, so we should probably start on Beta's.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, Beta just fire. So we'll start at initiative 16. Beta, it is your turn. If you're shooting, roll to hit.
No hits.
Hold on. I didn't expect you to get this far and to actually get into a fight at this point. So I actually didn't have the stat block up. Give me a second. All right.
You know?
That is.
Then the party throws a curveball at under.
Yeah, that's what happens. That is 2 hits.
I think by now you would have learned that the party will try to kill anything, given half an opportunity.
I
Yeah,
gave them
betray him.
all the opportunity to like betray that closet and murder, and they didn't. Vox got away. Vaz, not Vox. Vaz got away.
All I know is if I ever have you get confronted by a villain, it's going to be over a teleconference.
13 points of force damage.
Actually, Pete, there is Project Image. It is an amazing spell for a Dungeon Master.
I mean, there's also just magic do whatever I want, which is an even better spell for a dungeon master.
I mean, yes, there is
And
the
as a
magic.
bonus
of
action,
being-
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right. As a legendary action, he is going to cast a spell. at you, Beta, and I need a wisdom save from you.
Well, fuck. I am going to favorite of the gods to add 2d4 to that.
Okay.
So it's a 16.
All right.
Probably still doesn't pass.
It doesn't. As you hear a discordant melody just painfully claw through your brain. You take 8 points of psychic damage, and you immediately use your reaction, which I believe you still have, to move 30 feet back.
Okay. Am I under any kind of conditions?
No, you're not under any kind of conditions, but that does provoke an attack of opportunity from the dragon, who's going to try and bite you. Does a 27 hit you? I'm just going to assume it does.
No, it doesn't.
How does that not hit you?
Plus my 2 from Shield of Faith, which gives me a 23, plus 5 from Shield gives me a 28.
Your reaction is being used to move.
Oh.
You failed to save for Dissonant Whispers. And so your reaction is not there.
Okay, well then he hits me then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
It's fine. So he bites you for 32, a combination of piercing and thunder damage.
How much is piercing?
18 of it.
Okay. All right.
You then feel... So this is a second legendary action from DM2, a creature you didn't know was there. And you feel, Beta, a psychic presence make itself known in your head. And your concentration is broken. What level was Shield of Faith cast at?
First level.
The forceful breaking of your concentration also costs you to take 2 more psychic damage.
Okay.
Alright, and now it is the dragon's turn. And he's going to huff, and he's going to puff, and he's going to push your shit in. And he is going to exhale a pulse of high-pitched, nearly inaudible sound in a 90-foot cone in front of him. I need all 3 of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is so cool. I deserve what I get. I deserve what I get. I figured Beta was going to die in this fight, but damn. Just damn.
Don't worry, mister. I have a stupid idea that hopefully Underdark will let me attempt.
Well, that's good, because Arcturus is the only one that passed that save. And so you will take half damage. The rest of you take a total of 71 thunder damage. 35 then for Arcturus. Also, Beta and Goulash, you are given the incapacitated condition until the end of this dragon's next turn.
Cool.
I know.
You are immune to incapacitation?
already incapacitated. I'm unconscious.
Ah, okay. Well,
You killed Beta from perfect all the way from full hit points all the way down to nothing in one turn.
yes.
I am done.
You picked a fight with a lesser dragon of the dragon throne. I don't know what you were expecting. All right. Goulash, it is your turn then.
I believe I'm incapacitated.
You are. That does not prevent movement, just actions or reactions.
I guess I'll move off to the side then.
Okay.
You know, like out of the area directly in front of the dragon.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Okay. Arcturus.
Okay. I'm gonna pray to the gods and to my ancestors. And there is something incredibly stupid I'd like to attempt.
Uh-huh.
So I have 50% of the ability to time travel.
Uh-huh.
I would like to blindly dabble in arcane power beyond mortal ken.
Oh dear.
Am I able to attempt?
Oh, so you're just gonna start pulling shit out of the flow, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah!
Okay. So you start weaving magic that should not be well wielded so callously and carefreely. Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw. I see. Well, let me see. What does this say?
Come on, D100.
Okay.
What have I done?
Hang on, I need to grab something.
I take it that didn't pass the difficulty check.
Oh, Tiro, I don't care if I pass or fail difficulty checks.
What'd I miss?
I have decided to dabble in power beyond mortal ken.
So he decided to start playing with those time travel magic stuff that he found. But remember, you guys only found like half of the ability to do time travel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he started using that half, and he tried to kind of just wing the other half of this. It didn't go well.
Oh God, what happened?
I will bring
I'm
doom
flipping
upon us and our
I'm
enemies.
flipping to the section on it that I have ready for it. I literally had... I stuck this on a shelf and figured, what are the chances I'll need this anytime soon?
Yeah.
Tears a fat hole in the fabric of reality. A crack.
So you cast that spell.
I mean, come on, I destroyed my own soul in a campaign to spite devils. What did you think I was going to do with this power?
I mean, you start stepping down the dark path, you won't have to dominate your destiny because Beta's gonna kill you.
So he casts his magic. You see a pulse of light, a tearing sensation at your navels.
At our navels?
Yes, like something like pulling at you.
You pull yourself asunder.
You
to
hear
open
the sound of glass and crystal shattering. In the distance, you think you hear a woman scream. And you find yourselves standing suddenly on a dusty, rutted road, lined with closely grown hedges of brambles and shrubs. Here and there it cuts through a copse of, or crosses a rivulet. To either hand, forest and meadow have given way to field and orchard. A small herd of kine graze nearby, and a distant hill is dotted with the white of a flock of sheep. Ahead are thatched roofs and stone chimneys with thin plumes of blue smoke rising from them. A road angles west into the hill country, and to either side of the road, ahead are buildings and barns.
Do I know where this is?
Make a history check.
Oh,
May I as well?
Yes. You guys are out of initiative at this point. Also, Arcturus, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Before or after the history?
Let's go with after. Goulash, you have no idea. Neither does Arcturus.
Bummer.
when I said do I know where this is, I meant more in the sense like, have I been here before?
Yes, this does not look familiar to you.
Okay.
All right. My death save.
When you started describing being on a road and hearing a woman screaming, for a second I thought we were back in a certain place that we were before. It's like, awesome. This is the place where I ate all of those harpies. I'll get to do that again.
Oh,
No,
great.
that was in the transition that you heard the woman scream. You don't hear a woman screaming now.
Oh, great blessed D20. Please see my idiocy through.
Arcturus
looking. What's the
explodes.
Needly or like...
Well, you know how in like Doom and Doom 2, when you like shot a rocket at one of the human enemies, it just kind of gibbed into these red chunks on the ground?
Oh, he got like Doom Eternal blood punched.
Yeah, he just exploded into gore, leaving the two of you alone on this road. His equipment is all bloodstained on the ground. Arcturus, you are dead.
I pick up the
Goddamn.
glaive again. Well, Beta looks like we're back on the road.
Beta doesn't say a word.
It was worth it.
Beta is unconscious.
Beta's
I-
unconscious?
Yeah, Beta got unconscious during that fight.
Ah,
Yeah, Beta's unconscious.
Speaking of, I mean, I guess Beta should make a death save at this point then, too.
Just one?
Just one. It's only been like a round. I actually had forgotten about that with all the excitement from to pull all this shit out. Alright, that's one success.
well, it's a real pickle we've gotten ourselves into now, eh, Beta?
And you see Beta there just bleeding out on the ground.
Well, we'll be better in a few minutes.
So you don't do anything?
I don't know what he can do. He can't heal anybody.
Alright. Beta, another death save then. Hopefully you
He's
don't
gonna
die on the
crack
road.
up my corpse. I mean, fuck. If he starts calling me Wilson, I'm out.
I don't suppose I remember Beta having like a healing potion on him or something, Your Honor.
Could also just go through her shit and see if she has one.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Does Beta have a healing potion on her?
She does not. She's
Ah,
got 2 flasks of holy water, some scrolls, and that's about it. She has a big
great bunch of magic shit I don't know how to use.
She had a healer's kit.
Do you need the proficiency with that to stabilize somebody?
She has a couple of them, actually.
I'm checking, I don't know.
Yeah, let me look it up.
As an action, you can expend one use of the kit to stabilize a creature without needing to make a wisdom medicine check.
Ah, here we go. It's got that thing that I always used to see what's-her-face doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
No,
you can just
yeah,
use
yeah.
the healer's kit to stabilize Beta.
Yep, there we go.
All right. So Beta, make sure that healer's kit that you carry is has 1 charge marked off of it.
Roger.
You do not want Goulash to attempt to stabilize you. He's going to stabilize you like he stabilized the Confederation of Argosaur.
And Beta, you should roll a d4 to see when you wake up.
Hey, Gilbert, would you care to post everything that was in Arcturus' inventory?
Yeah, one moment.
Or just like a picture of it?
It was a brilliant use of that magic. Too bad about, the whole you did it wrong and now you don't know where you are and you exploded.
You know,
I have
You
a
know-
feeling that we also don't know when we are. This isn't the kind of thing that Goulash would think about, but me as a player, I think that something time-related may have happened.
Maybe.
no, you don't think Under actually would do that, do you?
Well, I
That'd be
felt
great.
tugging at my navel and a woman screaming, so I think I may have been unborn or something.
I mean, Arturus was unborn because he exploded.
I have achieved something beyond any other being thus far. That we know of.
I mean, that was probably the coolest death we've had.
When he just like apotheosist right there.
I mean, I dabbled in powers beyond mortal ken. We were in a shit tight spot. I figured, hey, might as well give it a shot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
I didn't even get to reveal the other creature.
Yeah, I couldn't take
well.
the risk that it was something that would interfere with my time bullshit.
Fair
What's
enough.
What's in the metal container?
I hope that dragon's thoughts were what the fuck. But I hope that that what it should have been asking was when the fuck.
I'll just tell you, because there's no way you would know this otherwise. The dragon's like, well, that was annoying. So, what's for lunch?
We have now made an enemy for life. Beta will carve that dragon's.
It's funny, because you'll show up and be like, we're those people you tried to kill and, we but survived, and now we're enemies, and the dragon's just going to be like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
That's okay. He doesn't have to know what he did. I know what he did, and I will make him pay.
Here's the real question: is the dragon alive? When were we thrown back? For all we know, we're way back. Perhaps
Does somebody know
before
the
close
spell?
of
The wizard is dead. Never mind.
Indeed, I am.
I was going to say, don't somebody know a spell that can tell time?
No.
I know a spell that can tell time. It's called "Look Up at the Sky and behold the sun."
What do the Hydrahide clothes do?
Oh, they just look ballin'. They're worth like 50 gold pieces. But mostly they just look really cool.
All right, Goulash, it's all on you. What are we doing?
I'm taking a minute to gather up all of Arcturus' stuff.
Get the
Fair
money.
enough.
Oh, I've got the money.
I'm going to edit the wiki.
Another
Oh,
one
man.
bites the dust.
Honestly, it's been too
That
long.
That was a good death, though.
Your death saved the rest of the party.
That was cut. Was awesome. You talking about King making a sacrifice play? That was a sacrifice play.
Yay! Saved from TPK.
Man, it's gonna be
That's
funny
the
when, like,
Mick
Mick and
crowd.
Sleuth get back and they're gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
I don't know what TPK you're talking about. Goulash was not going to get killed there.
I don't know. Under basically just said it.
Beta was already dead.
I mean, I had a very low expectation of you guys surviving that fight, but you might have pulled it out. You guys
Goulash
were
was not going to
surprised.
fight. He was just going to stand there.
The version of that world under where we win is the world where you miss every attack, we pass every save, your dragon fails every recharge, and we only land nat 20s.
Basically. Low probability event.
Such a timeline exists. It's just not one we'll ever experience.
Alright, I think Goulash has gathered everything from the body that he thinks would be useful.
Okay.
And yeah, then I guess he'll pick up Beta, like he's used to doing, slung over the shoulder, and start heading into town, which I think is in the direction of those thatch-roofed buildings.
Okay. Yeah, you start going off in the direction of those thatched roof buildings, dragging the unconscious Beta.
Yep, he's not wearing the dragon skull right now because he was just meeting with the dragon, and he's going to continue not wearing it to avoid scaring anyone.
Okay.
He is still, however, wearing those sweet threads he bought.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I imagine he bought, like, Arabian Prince clothes or something like that.
he's like cosplaying as Aladdin.
Yeah, basically.
All right, yeah. So you're walking down the road. There's a nice warm breeze. The sun is bright. The temperature mild. After about 20 yards or so, you see that the road forks going to the left and off into some farms and orchards over there, and to the right heading what looks to be a village of sorts. Facing the fork, so like as you're coming up the road towards the fork, is a house. And you see that it's a house made of wood and plaster. It appears to be well kept. A barn beyond is bulging with hay and grain and other such farm implements. Several fat animals are kind of walking about in a woven fence line that's typical. Two large farm dogs noisily bark at your approach. And a rosy-cheeked woman appears in the doorway, kind of waving at you on the road.
Oh, hello there. Do you know what town this is? I'm a bit lost.
I'll be back.
Oh dear, it does appear that you've come through quite an ordeal. This is the village of Hamlet, and I am Mona.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mona.
Indeed. You might want to take your friend there through the village. There's a church on the other side, and the priest there might be able to help you.
Oh, thank you very much. And then he's going to keep heading off that way.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of waves after you, like, please, if you need any assistance, just let us know. Was it bandits?
Oh, no, he had a bit of an accident is all. With it's a long story.
Just wait till they find the huge blood stain down the road.
Right.
Well, it's not like he's bleeding physically. He's been hit by like a sonic pulse, so he's just got like blood coming out of his mouth, nose, and ears, but the rest of him is fine. It's all internal damage.
And the blood pile down the road.
Yeah, so you're going down this road, passing another couple houses. And as you kind of go through the square, the center of the village, you see a square wooden sign hanging outside of a building, showing a buxom and smiling girl holding a flagon of beer, announcing this to be the Inn of the Welcome Wench. You can hear, what appears to be a bard playing inside. Joyful sounds of going through that, though you would pass it by, going then past the blacksmith, some other houses, across a small river. And then getting to the edge of town, you see a church. On a small rise, an impressive stone structure. that does not match any of the others in the village. An elongated 2-story hall has 4 separate wings, and double doors face the street, providing access to an obvious hall of worship. Behind the church, rows of weathered headstones line a nearby field.
This must be the place. I guess I'll try to find the front entrance to the church and head on through, see if anyone's home.
Yeah, there's like a pair of double wooden doors.
Yep. I'll open them up and head inside.
All right, yeah, you open up and head inside. Inside, you see a person in clerical robes, and he appears to be a human man. He turns and listens. He's like, "Oh dear, please bring her inside."
Thank you.
What happened?
Oh, well, it's a bit of a long story, but this, she's sustained a bit of internal damage, I think. I mean, I don't see any, it was all just that one attack, right? So it was
3 attacks, but mostly it was
Yeah.
the breath weapon.
Yeah, mostly it was the breath weapon, quote unquote.
Yeah, that hit me and went over my hit points that I had by 1.
I noticed that she's not like
Oh.
you or I. Does healing magic work on this person?
Yes, I believe it does. Are you experienced with dealing with these people?
I can, but well, you see, especially since you're not from around here, a donation to the church wouldn't go amiss.
What sort of donations does the church take?
Well, we've recently, as you can see, renovated, and while the people here are quite faithful to Saint Cuthbert, monetary compensation is always appreciated.
Of course. And what do you feel would be appropriate for a service like this?
Oh, I think 30 gold wouldn't go amiss.
Well,
Ain't that just like the church trying to bribe you for their services?
I already stabilized her. I mean, I think she should be okay without any immediate intervention.
God, you guys are fucking frugal.
Well, I'm not going to give 30 gold to this church so that they can, save me 3 hours? I can kill 3 hours.
If that is your desire, then please feel free to rest here and take sanctuary.
All right. Well, I mean, I wouldn't ask you to perform a service if you expect a donation for it.
The spell casting, the divine intervention of Saint Cuthbert, that would, I think, be cause for some remuneration.
Oh, yes. Well,
But
we don't need any
as
divine intervention. I think she'll be fine.
Very well, then. If all you seek is sanctuary and a safe place to rest for a moment, you will find that here, and there is no need to pay.
Perfect. Although, as nice a church as this is, I don't know if it'll be the most eventful place to spend a few hours.
This is a place of reflection and meditation. If you wish a more lively atmosphere, I would suggest the Inn of the Welcome Wench down in town.
All right, then. We'll give that place a try. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, he's not actually going to go in there because it would probably seem a little weird to come into a bar with, a dead body over your shoulder. But they can't just, leave Beta somewhere because, she's got stuff on her.
So what do you do?
Is there, a nice tree stump or something around that I can sit on?
Yeah.
All right, I find a nice spot to sit down and just prop Beta up, weekend at Beta style. And just sit around for the 3 or 4 hours.
All right, yeah, you kind of pass 3 or 4 hours kind of sitting on a tree stump, seeing the comings and goings of the villagers. That would give you another short rest if you wanted it, Goulash.
Oh, yeah, actually, I should probably do that.
And Beta, you would then wake up with 1 hit point. And another level of exhaustion.
Hey, Beta, how you doing? Beta?
Oh no, he like really is out of it.
Oh, no. Well, if Beta is indisposed, he's going to lead Beta by the arm into the Tavern of the Welcome Winch. And
Okay.
I guess we would start by just buying a room for 2 people.
All right, yeah. Yeah, the place is large and bright and cheerful. Several rough-hewn tables, chairs, boards, and benches. Natural tree trunk pillars support the ceiling overhead, all darkened with smoke and age. And a motley group of people are dining here.
The spell seems to have transported me to an idyllic countryside. I
It
think I
has.
could like it here. Well, yeah, he's going to buy a room for, let's see. It's like, let me get the table up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here, I found this picture. He would have bought something like that when he bought those fancy clothes. You know, something suitable for a warrior.
Right.
Pimpin'.
Yeah, pimpin'. Alright, yeah, let me find the table. Ooh, here we go, expenses. Alright. So it's, for a room for 2, it would be the equivalent of, can I get poor rate rooms here? So it would be like 2 silver pieces.
So when you walk up there, and the innkeeper introduces himself as Ostler Gundagut. And when you inquire about prices for he states, unfortunately, the inn is not that diverse in terms of rooms.
It's
It's
too nice for them to accept that little.
There is a dormitory you can sleep in for 1 silver a night, or if you want a private room, it's 5 silver a night.
That's for the whole room, though.
That's for your own room, yes.
And that just has, what, 1 bed in it?
Yes.
I mean, what have we been doing, like, previously at inns that have this kind of arrangement? Would we just rent 1 room and sleep in it? Like the whole party?
Previously, I just told you guys used your lifestyle cost as the cost it had you per night.
Right.
Because that also
But that's-
covered basic room and board. This inn has a bit of a special case right now.
Mhm.
And so that's why it's basically, 1 or 5 silver per night for like the cheap rooms. You could pay a gold a night and have a nicer room. With two beds and a padlock.
Well, I don't want them to get. Yeah, no, I'll just get like the standard red room and leave Beta up there for now.
Okay.
So that's what, 2 silver, or
For the dormitory?
for the dorm, or no, for the. You said there was a private room and then the dormitory, right?
Right, the dormitory, so a bed in the dormitory is a silver per night. A private room is 5 silver.
Okay, yeah, then I'll buy the private room for 5 silver.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of just sweeps that in. You hear it kind of clatter into a tankard or a box at the bottom. And he says, "Well, welcome to Inn of the Friend of the Welcome Winch here in Hamlet."
Cool. Then he'll leave Beta up in the dormitory, change out of the fancy clothes and back into the regular clothes. put the dragon skull on the shoulder and not on the head.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, is that rate just for the room, or is that also for food?
That's that would get you like a stew a day type thing, like enough. It's room and board, but it's just like the basics. If you want like special or nice alcohol or something, that's extra.
Is the basic room and board enough to carouse with?
No, carousing's extra.
Okay. Well, he's going to do some carousing.
Okay.
He's feeling caroused right now. He's experiencing carousing.
All right, yeah, so you start carousing. Which is funny, because you immediately, you walk into the room with your normal dressing on, and it just immediately goes silent. They're just staring at you in shock.
Oh.
What?
He is wearing clothes, at least. He's not, naked.
Right, but you basically walked in looking like a noble, and now you're walking out looking like a reject extra from Mad Max.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the skull probably doesn't help.
Anyway, so yeah, it would be like a couple of gold, like 2 gold, to cover drinks and food while you're carousing with these people.
Right. I'm sure when people inevitably ask, I'll reassure them that I only wear that so I don't get robbed when I'm out on the road.
Yeah, and they laugh and mention that, yeah, I hear that. Unfortunately, bandits have been around every now and then. You know how it goes out on the roads.
Oh, I hear it. So what's going on in this town?
Well, people have been passing through more recently. Traders and the like. You don't look much like a merchant, though. What brings you here?
Oh, I was out on the road. Me and my friend upstairs ran into some trouble.
Bandits? Monsters?
No, we can usually deal with bandits. It was, it's a bit of a long story. But we, he got hurt, and we sort of got lost, you could say. We ended up out on the road outside town.
Well, that's unfortunate. Because people have said that there have been these roving bands of gnolls that have been seen in the area. It's weird that they're attacking so boldly travelers on the road, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll have to look out for them. Do I know what part of the world Hamlet is in?
Make a history check.
We can kill packs of gnolls.
You don't recognize the name.
I'll have to see if I can find a map or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. It says you're carousing.
Sure. Nope.
Yeah. When you ask this, kind of shrug and say, "What do you mean you don't know where this is?" It's, they just don't take you seriously. They think you're joking whenever you try to find out where it is.
Well, do I know of any place that would sell a map?
Maps are pretty precious. They don't just tend to sell them. Yeah, one of them just laughs and says, yeah, well. And then, make sure you stay away from the ruined moat house. There are strange noises and lights at night. There's probably a curse or something on the place. If you're not from the area, you might want to make sure you stay clear of that, huh?
Yeah. Well, let me ask differently. I'm looking to get to the Confederation of Arcazar. Do you know where that is?
So what now?
The Confederation of Arcazar. It's a big country.
Where's that?
Oh, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If you haven't heard of it, then I suppose you can't help me.
Well, it gives you this look at you, and he's like, "Can't say I've ever heard of such a place. I know here in the Flanaess, there's at least no known city by that name. I mean, you might want to head out for perhaps one of the wizards or something nearby. They might know."
Thank you. I don't suppose you've at least heard of the Peaks of Death? Big
Can't
mountain
say that I
range.
have, but with a name like that, it's rather self-explanatory, I think. You certainly wouldn't catch me going anywhere near them, that's for sure.
Right. All right. Well, thank you anyway.
Ah, of course, of course. Oh, I know who you could talk to.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. There's a settlement of gnomes out to the west of here in the Cron Hills. They got good cheeses and fine brews over there, but they're a crafty sort. Maybe they've heard of it.
Yeah, they're knowledgeable folk. I bet they'll know. Well, he paid for his room and board, so he's going to use it and
All right.
stay the rest of the day and the night.
Okay. So yeah, you go. You stay the rest of the day, kind of carousing around. A couple more rumors you hear about some moat house and how people have disappeared and some shit, and gnolls moving around, bandit groups. The typical small village frontier fare. And then you go to sleep. And that is where we will call it for the evening.
Cool.
Because I'm completely unprepared to continue with that further.